I appreciate everybody coming out, and I appreciate everybody hanging in while we kind of had the room got double booked or whatever the heck happened. But so I'm sorry for those that thought we were starting at 7, starting a little bit late. I'm going to get through this, quick as I can. Just to give you a little bit about me, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Tommy. My wife and I have been married for almost 37 years. We've got 4 boys, from 35 down to 19. We got 3 grandchildren. I was in the insurance industry for 32 years, all right? I did graduate from seminary, was a youth pastor for a while in Mississippi, but we moved to Kentucky, got in the insurance industry, and it literally became one of the, something that I guess we had an affinity for. We grew 5 offices across the state and became one of the largest agencies in 7 states. We were always in the top 3. So from a financial perspective, we never really wanted for anything. I mean, we weren't what I would call the wealthy, but we did well, all right? In 2009, that all kind of changed. I found myself in the hospital and my colon burst. I'd blown up to 340, 350 pounds. Was a wreck medically, and they had to remove the bottom third of my colon. So I'm split from stem to stern, all right? Over the next 15 months, I had 5 major surgeries, and my doctor actually told my wife after the last surgery that I was on a short path unless something changed. I was 51 years old at the time, and who likes to hear that? We had no grandchildren at that point, and so I knew I needed something, but I didn't know what to do, right? I mean, we're taught go to work, go to school, make good grades, get out, get a job, and go to work, right? I wasn't taught this industry in school. Matter of fact, if you're looking at me today and y'all are skeptics, you're looking at the biggest skeptic in this room, I promise you, because it took me months and months and months before I would ever even take a look at this industry. But in 2011, needing some help physically, health-wise, I got involved with a company that had a product that I bought into, was not going to do it from the opportunity side, was just going to take the product, and I ended up falling in love with the products, all right? And over the next 4.5 years, we grew one of the top 10 to 15 teams in the world with that company. It allowed me 8 months after I started with that company to walk away from my insurance career. I gave it to my 2 oldest sons who still have it to this day. So it gave me time freedom. And through that scenario, I learned one thing. I found out most of us think we work for money, right? Mm-hmm. Most of us think we work for that paycheck. So we go in, we punch the clock, we're on a salary maybe, right. Or maybe we're a business owner, but we're trading our time for money, right? I personally, this is just a personal opinion, I believe we work for time. We want to be able to do the things we want to do, when we want to do it, with whom we want to do it with,
yep, absolutely.
Right? So after that experience, and then growing this team that we grew, I found out that I was able to, because this is not it's not a traditional business model. How many's ever been involved with this industry before? Okay, I see a few hands. All right, a few hands went up. My last company, that was my first time. Okay, because I was not taught it. And this is, I think, is the problem. When we're born, right, the world is open. As little boys, we put on our Superman cape, right? We run around the backyard and we're like Superman. We're going to fly, right? You can't tell me we can't fly, right? The world is limitless. And then we think we can put on a Aquaman suit and drive down to the bottom of the ocean. But then we go to school, right? And they teach us about oxygen. They teach us about gravity. And they start putting us, the world becomes smaller and smaller and smaller, and they put us in this box. And we live our lives in this box, thinking there's nothing outside that box. We have to conform to what we're taught. And so this is an industry that I promise you everybody needs to hear about. Because over the last 10 years, there's been more millionaires, Lauren, created in this industry than all other industry combined.
Wow.
That's something you don't hear, is it?
No.
It's something you don't hear, right? And whether somebody is motivated to jump on board with us just to make a couple $100 and drink some healthy products or take some healthy nutraceuticals, which we'll talk about, or if you want true financial freedom, You know, they're anywhere from both ends of the spectrum. We can help you with that. I'm going to say one more thing, and then I'm going to get through this presentation as quick as I can. 59 years old, I'll be 60 in May, Aiden, okay? And I've never seen an opportunity like this. I've never been presented with an opportunity. How many have made this comment or this statement in their life? Oh, I wish I'd have been there at the beginning.
Absolutely.
Wish I'd have been there at the beginning. Wish I'd have been in Bill Gates' garage, his parents' garage, right? Wish I'd have been in Mark Zuckerberg's dorm room.
Yep.
You know, wish I'd have been there when Apple got going and all this, right? We say those things. Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. You're at the beginning. We just launched our company January 1st of this year. Now, since August of 2017, and I know there's some of you that have been with us that long in the room, we started our pre-launch, building the infrastructure, getting our products shipping and so forth, getting the packaging, getting all the products updated so we can go international, which, by the way, this year in January, we opened up in 48 different countries. We're not just in the United States. Ray's talking to people in Hong Kong and Australia right now. How'd you like to have a team in another country, you see? Be first in a country. In this industry, they'll tell you if there's 150,000 to 500,000 people in the company, that's considered ground floor, Scott. That's considered ground floor. We're right at 5,200 affiliates worldwide. So it's unbelievably ground floor. So I'm going to tell you, those of you that are guests, and I don't really know who's a guest and who are affiliates tonight, but if you're a guest, you need to take a serious look at this. Because I don't believe in my 60 years, I know I've never seen anything like this, and I don't believe in the rest of my life I'll ever have an opportunity that will be presented to me where I can say ground floor. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this. Now here's the issue. Here's what I perceive is the problem. 97% of the world get up every day. They get up every day. They fight the snow, the ice, the wind, the hail. Lexington, Kentucky last week, 30 below. Right? Can you believe that in Lexington, Kentucky?
That's
Arctic
crazy.
blast. That's very unusual for us, right? Over 100 wrecks in 1 hour in Lexington, Kentucky. People having to fight. You think they wanted to go to work?
Nope.
But they were taught 14,000 hours of school. Go to work, go to school, make good grades, get out and work 40 years of your life, then retire on 40% of your income, and hopefully you die before you run out of money. And if you don't think people say that, they do, because I insured those people, okay? So, bottom line, 97% of the world, they work for 3%. 97% of the world are building the dreams and the hopes of the 3%. 97% of the world have to be told when you can go take your hour lunch break, Ray.
Wow.
97% of the world say, hey, look, can I have these 2 weeks off this year? And nobody else, maybe they don't have it. Well, yeah, you can go ahead and take those 2 weeks. When we were in school, did you ever believe that I can't wait to where I can go where I can take a 30-minute lunch break? No. Or I can't wait to where I get 2 weeks off every year. I get to work 50 weeks out of the year, and I get to be off 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever it is. See, we don't think like that. You see, because that's just what we're taught. We're indoctrinated. I can tell you, the 3% of the world that living their lives on the beaches of the world with their toes in the sand, earning money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, they understand one thing, and it's called OPO. OPE, other people's efforts. All right? Other people's efforts. If I can earn a little bit off of the efforts of other people, residually, then I can live my lives on the beach. All right? And what we're going to show you tonight is a way that you can utilize other people's efforts, and I'm going to give you a visual of exactly how this will work, and I think hopefully you'll be able to see that with just a little bit of effort, you can absolutely create some financial success in your life if that's what you're looking for. Now, when you look at a company like this, there's hundreds and hundreds of companies like us. Now, we're different and we're unique, and I'm going to share that with you in just a few minutes, why we're unique. But you got to look at what industries your company is in. Now, let me give you an example. There was a watch company that came out about 2 years ago. I'm not going to name the company because I'm not here to slam a company, but it dealt with technology. we realize that the computers we buy today are already outdated by the ones that are coming out next month.
Yep.
Okay? So this watch company, you had to buy the watch. It's like $400, a little less, like $395 for the watch. Then you paid a $50 monthly membership subscription for it. And it will test your heart rate. It would count your steps. It had a GPS locator, right? All these different little things. Well, look, there's a watch out there made by Apple that does exactly the same thing. You buy it one time and you don't pay a monthly fee. So that company soared, it leveled, and it dropped. It's already gone, okay? So I don't want to deal with the technology. I want to deal with a consumable where people drink our products, they take our nutraceuticals, they get used to them, they like them, they love them, and they start ordering, and they keep ordering. 5 years from now, Ray, the people that you put in this industry on your team, on your sales team today, whether you ever see them again or not, when they order, you get paid. That's true residual income, okay? And that's the only way to financial freedom. It really is. So our CEO, because of who he is, I'm going to tell you about him in just a second. He's placed us in the slap dab in the middle of 6 major mega trends. One of them is health and wellness. How many of you know we're spending more money today trying to get ourselves healthy? We're actually spending a lot more money, okay? $1.6 trillion was spent in 2016 in the health and wellness arena. Over the next 5 to 7 years, that's projected to go to 3.5 to 3.7 trillion dollars. So a huge uptick. What about weight loss? How many of you know people that like to lose a few pounds?
All the time? Yes.
I've lost over 100 pounds. The problem, I feel good. I need to lose another 20, 30 pounds. But whether I do or not, I don't care. Okay? But the problem is, everybody says they need to lose weight, even those that don't need to, right?
Yes.
All right? We got a product called G-Burn. Is it up here? Here it is right here. We got 2 ladies on my team in Kentucky. They own 5 medical clinics. MDs, all right? They've been using this product. They did a study last year. 58 men and women started in the study, all ages, right? And over a 26-week period, 11 of the women had to drop out of the study because they got pregnant. So they dropped out. So 47 people ended up in the study. They lost a little over 2,400 pounds.
Wow.
2,400. You know what they told them to do with this? They said, just take this, don't change your diet, eat exactly what you want to eat, just drink more water. Over 2,400 pounds. It works. We got a lady on my team in Lexington that's, I guess, 70-ish, a little over 70. She's lost almost 100 pounds on this product. She's so happy she can't stand it. So anyway, we got, what about anti-aging? Aren't we trying to look younger longer?
Oh, yeah.
We got a product, yeah. G-Drops. What's one of the #1 issues with age? Our skin gets thin. It won't hold moisture anymore. Well, this product has been proven to help hydrate your body. It makes water wetter. It makes it to where your cells can get actually fed and be hydrated. All right, we know it helps. We've got testimonies like crazy about, especially from women, about their skin feeling better. What about the internet? Is the internet a mega trend?
Yes.
Well, of course it is. You're talking to 2 people right now because of the internet,
Yes.
right? We do Zoom meetings. Some of y'all in this room have been on our Zoom meetings from my den at my house, you know, and we're talking to people from Australia to Sweden to Hungary to Arizona. How cool is that?
That's awesome.
You can connect with 3.2 billion people any given second. What about a home-based business? Over 50% of the businesses in the United States today are home-based businesses. Okay? So if we're not part of a home-based business, I guess the question is, why not? Because we're in the minority. Because of the tax advantages, because every 11 seconds somebody joins your team. Well, is joining a company like this, right? So there are major tax advantages, which we're going to share in just a few minutes briefly. But there's of the 6 major megatrends, those are 5 of them. So what's the 6th? Well, it's coffee, right? What's easier? I remember Mr. Nolan sharing with us in the lake house. Y'all seen pictures of us in the lake house when this idea, I guess, was birthed or conceived, I guess you could say. And you know, it's like, oh my gosh, coffee. Everybody drinks it, right? Everybody knows how to make it. They know how they like their coffee. They know what's in it. They just reach for coffee. All right? So I knew that I had to be a part of it. The number one consumed product on the planet next to water. The number one traded commodity next to oil and gas. There's literally billions of cups of coffee served each and every day around the planet. But here's the problem. Most coffees are known to be acidic. If you test the pH of a traditional coffee, it's going to be 5 to 5.5. Now, what does that mean? That means if you're pounding 3, 4, 5 cups of coffee like that into your body every day, there's a good chance that your body has an environment that's acidic. In order to have a good, healthy system, you're alkaline. You need to be more alkaline. The pH needs to be 7.0 or higher, right? And so our question is, if you're putting this into your body, these traditional coffees, there's a good chance increased risk of arthritis, cancer, diabetes, depression. It dehydrates the body. Every cup of coffee that you drink, you've got to offset it with 16 to 18 cups of water. How many of us coffee drinkers do that? I was a pot and a half a day guy, and I didn't do that. My water came from my coffee. Literally. That's what, if you came to my house or came to my office, there was coffee going all the time. So we're here introducing coffee, and we're saying coffee can be acidic and maybe possibly make you not as healthy as you think you are. So what's the difference with our coffee? Well, the difference with ours is we put an ingredient that's been used around the world for thousands of years, literally studied for decades. I remember Elise, Dr. Jim, said he's never really been a part of anything like this, but when he saw that it dealt with Ganoderma, because he had studied it for dozens and dozens of years, he said he knew he had to be a part of what we were doing. That's how powerful this herb is. It's the most oxygenated herb on the planet. So over 3 million published articles, go to PubMed.gov, over 3 million published articles about this herb. And it's introduced through nanotechnology through all of our products. All of our products. So, and what's interesting about nanotechnology, we learned this last week. I learned it anyway. You probably already knew it, right? If you put something that's in the nano, just the smallest particle known to man, if you just put it on your skin, it's so small that it will fall through your skin into your system. Isn't that cool? Yeah. So when you drink it, it's already in your system before it hits your belly, the Ganoderma that's in here. So it's an unbelievably powerful herb. We're getting unbelievable testimonies, and we're going to have a couple of those in just a few minutes. So like I said, for the past 17, 18 months, we've been traveling around the globe, literally, sharing our new products. We started off with the black coffee and the latte, and actually it took a long time to get it in. Remember those days? You remember those days, right? It was tough, it was hard. But I'm going to tell you what, ask me now if it's worth it. Absolutely. To see where we are today and with what was announced yesterday, oh gosh, I just got chill bumps, okay? So I'm going to tell you, we got mocha that's going to be coming very, very soon. We've got also the hot chocolate. How many of y'all have tried the hot chocolate? Yeah. Is that crazy? How do they make it creamy when it's mixed with water? Yeah. It's crazy, crazy good. What about this one?
My favorite.
Unbelievable. No, everybody likes it. Yeah. We can build $1 million business with this one right here. Tastes phenomenal. Rooibos tea will probably be shipped out of the warehouse first of next week. Unbelievable. How many know people with high blood pressure? Mm-hmm. All right, all of us, right? Well, given the choice to take a med or a healthy tea, what would you rather take? Because rooibos tea has been proven to help reduce high blood pressure. Now, does it work all the time? We're not making any medical claims. We're telling you it's been proven to help. So I'm going to start with the rooibos. If it doesn't help and I end up having to take some meds, okay. But why do I want to put my body on meds that I'm probably never going to get off of? They're just going to be increasing them over time. All right. And then we've got green tea that's going to be ordered soon. We got black spice tea, peach mango tea, things like that are going to be coming out. But we also have a wide variety of nutraceuticals that are off the chart. I'm just going to tell you. How many of y'all have trouble sleeping? Mm-hmm. G-Clear. My wife takes these every night and sleeps like a baby, right? Allergy. Who has allergies? We got people that testimonies on allergy. All right, they can't. This is the only thing they can take that works. What about G-Shield? That was created just to give us thyroid support. Helps create a healthy thyroid. The G-Drops, the G-Burn, the Essentials, which is just pure Ganoderma. I take 12 of those every day, each and every day. I go through a bottle every week because I've got a skin issue called vitiligo. All right, and Dr. Wright wants me to take 12 of them a day because Ganoderma stands for beautiful skin. All right, so hopefully it'll help. And then we got our fruits and veggies. Nobody eats too many, enough fruits and veggies. And we got our Life 120, which I learned so much about that last week. I'm one of these people, just tell me what to do. You'll find out somebody asked me about product. I ain't got a clue. Here, let's read on the back. I'll just read it. There you go. Now you tell me what's in it. So, but Life 120, how it literally acts as just an unbelievable detox for your body. How many of you know we need a detox?
Yes.
Right? So, unbelievable products. And right now, I want to take just a couple minutes. I know we've got some people that we're going to give a testimony. I know Elise, you were, and who else was? Aiden, come on up. Aiden's going to give a testimony about one of the products. I have no idea which one you're going to talk about, so I'm kind of crossing my fingers here. You never know what to do, but anyway.
Thank you, Tommy. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, my name's Aiden, and I only joined about 4 months ago, and the first thing I started with was Essentials, G-Drops, and G-Burn. And in that time, I have lost 30 pounds of fat and gained 10 pounds of muscle, almost on minimal workouts, because I was moving into a new house that I bought as a brand new homeowner. And so it's the most powerful metabolic booster on the market. I've tried multiple things. I've tried green tea beans. I've tried all kinds of fruit extracts, and nothing has ever worked like this, because even with those minimal workouts, I was just getting a ton of fat burning even at rest. And then now that I'm back to my workouts, it is exploding. I feel like I could be in a Marvel movie, man. I feel like I'm super.
Elise, come on up. I know you got a testimony as well.
It's not about weight loss. It's a really good story, I think. Hopefully you'll all agree. So I started the company back in August, but in the very end of June is when I started taking the products. And it was because my uncle, Dr. Jim Marinakis, he suggested that I start taking them. And so for me, it's Essential, G-Shield, and G-Drops. That's where I started. And after 4 months of taking these products, now mind you, I am a health and wealth practitioner. I'm a certified chiropractor, in case any of you don't know that. So I am a very healthy person to start off with. But after 3 years of us not being able to conceive a child, there was something that was obviously wrong. So after 4 months of taking the products, I'm 18 weeks pregnant. So we're really excited.
That is awesome. We've got, let me tell y'all, look, we're not making any medical claims, right? Everybody nod their head. They understand we're not making medical claims, okay? We've got women that have, how many of y'all saw Brittany Panu?
Yes.
At the thing. Has been trying for years, having miscarriage after miscarriage after miscarriage. She's got that little baby that's about 6 months old now. Who was crying that night? I'm telling you, it broke me down, because I've known her for a few years. But several, those women that we talked about, the 11 that got pregnant in that study, 8 of them had been trying for a minimum of 8 years to 12 years to get pregnant. Wow. The G-Burn just removes inflammation. Am I telling you it's going to get women pregnant? Nope. I'm telling you that it may help, right? You just don't know. You heard one testimony. One more testimony. Ray, come on up. I love this because this is about the opportunity. Financially, what can be done. Okay.
So my name is Ray Holbert, former professional baseball player. I have a real estate business here in the Valley. I've been involved for about a year plus. And ever since I started, I have not missed a paycheck. So I get paid every 2 weeks like clockwork. Some are a little bit bigger, some are a little bit smaller, but every 2 weeks I've never ever missed a check.
They helping you pay some bills?
Absolutely.
I appreciate it, brother. Thanks a lot.
I got a lot of people helping me pay bills.
Yeah,
right
there you go. There you go. So I'm going to tell you, the products work. The opportunity works if we just determine where we are and where we fit in. So I'm going to go ahead and get through this a little bit further now. Our founder, Mr. Jay Nolan, he has a vision for this company. And his vision is that we become the largest multiracial, multicultural company on the face of the earth. We want everybody to know it doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter what race you are, it doesn't matter what religion you are, it doesn't matter anything, you know, man, woman, it doesn't matter. Everybody's welcome and everybody has a home within our company. And I'm going to tell you something, I'm proud of that. You know, there's too much going on between different cultures and different races around this globe, and if we can be an influence with something like that, I think that's a powerful vision.
Absolutely.
This is our executive team. That's Mr. Nolan over there, and I'm going to tell you something. I met him, and I want to be very clear. I met Mr. Nolan through my association with the last company. He's known as the master trainer in this industry. All right, he got involved with this. He actually played baseball with Ray, with top tier baseball player, injured his elbow, the year of rehab. He went to a meeting just like this, got involved, and never went back to baseball. He ended up growing one of the largest teams in the world and became the #1 distributor with that company, did it with 2 other companies, and started 2 companies that are still open today. And one of those companies went on to set records and trends in the industry that's still talked about today. But what people have to realize is companies are calling him to train their distributor forces. That's how I met him. The company I was with hired him to train us. So that's how I actually met him. I knew I had to be part of whatever he was doing. I told him, if you ever leave, I'm going wherever you go. All right? I did. I told him that because I recognized leadership. And I recognized somebody that was driven and had the capability of doing everything that he said he was going to do. Now, what people don't realize about him is his heart. And I want everybody to take a good look at this picture here, okay? There's 370 kids in Kenya. Their parents are dead. They have no hope. Mr. Nolan, for the past almost 11 years, has been paying 100% of the expenses out of his pocket. Their food, their clothing, the buildings, the doctors, the teachers, the books, all expenses for these children. They have a charter right now getting this to over 2,000 children. In September of 2017, he leveraged that to Success by Health. So now when somebody buys a bag of our coffees or teas or nutraceuticals or things like this, a percentage of every sale goes to support these children in Kenya.
That's awesome.
In December, we drilled a water well for them, and we hit water. Is that not? Does that y'all did not get chill bumps just then? I mean, they are now have an income source. They're selling to neighboring communities. We built bathrooms for them. We take that stuff for granted, right? Over there, they don't take it for granted. They show pictures of the children crying, you know, with the bathrooms. I'm going this summer over there, and I cannot wait to go see him. Well, Mr. Nolan says, why do we just have 370 children? Why don't we have 370,000 children? How many was at MVP this year? Y'all remember, what was one of the main questions he asked y'all? Will you do good with the money? What will you do with the money? He's quick to tell you, do not give us money. We don't want somebody throwing money at us. We just want to know that if you want to be a part of this, because we want to help children around the globe. I don't know if that makes y'all feel good, but it certainly lets me know that for me and my personal beliefs, I'm in the right place. So anyway, now we've got a plan at Success by Health. Our plan is very simple, and there's nobody in this room, nobody out there, nobody on the face of the earth that can shake me on this belief. We will become the #1 company in this industry, guaranteed. It's going to happen because of our products, because of the leadership of Mr. Nolan. And you see, because we've got a plan. A lot of companies don't even have a plan. There's 7 billion people on the planet. 2 billion of those are children. Now, we're just going to say they don't drink coffee, but how many of you see children going through the drive-thrus? They get coffees and lattes and foo-foo drinks every day, right? So, 5 billion adults remaining. Now, out of those 5 billion adults, 80% of them every day reach for coffee. And they average 3 to 5 cups of coffee each and every day. The average coffee drinker will spend around $93 to $97 per month on coffee. You might think that's a little bit high. I'm going to tell you right now, the average cup of coffee from that coffee company that we all know who it is $4 across the country. So if you drink one a day, Jacob, that's 120 bucks a month. But that's not what people drink. They get one going to work, then at lunch they say, oh, I need a pick-me-up, right? Then going home, oh, I gotta go take care of the kids, I gotta cook dinner, I need another pick-me-up, right? They'll buy 2 or 3 cups of that stuff, pounding their body with acidity and spending $200-300 bucks a month on coffee. Well, we've got the answer for them. So our goal in the next 5 to 7 years is just to capture 1%, just 1%. That's all we want. That's going to give us 40 million coffee drinkers. We just opened up in 48 countries, and watch as these Asian communities come on. We're going to be putting in not 500 in a day, we're going to be putting 500 an hour. Thousands are going to be going in because of the coffee consumption in Europe is crazy. All right, y'all think about it. We're 300 million people in the United States. There's 7 billion people. We're such a small segment of the world, it's not funny, all right? When we capture those 40 million coffee drinkers, which that's what it'll be, and if they just move half of their expenditures, all right, maybe it's nutraceuticals, all right, maybe it's coffee and G-drops, whatever it is, all right, if they just spend $50 a month with us, that's going to produce $24 billion in gross revenue. Now here's where it gets interesting, because we don't play with the money. We pay 50 cents on every dollar that comes in. The last company I was with, they paid PV. So if we start with $100, then they said, okay, 70 to 75% PV. That's what they paid, John. Then they said, we pay you 50 cents on every dollar, 50%. No, they didn't. They paid you 50% on the PV, so they actually paid 33 to 38%. All right? We don't mess with PV. If somebody spends $1, we pay out 50 cents. If somebody spends $100, we pay out $50 through the commission plan. All right? So that $24 billion is going to produce $12 billion in commissions to people like Ray and Susie and Elise and all the other affiliates that are in the room today. The only question is, how big of a piece do you want? Right? Yeah, that's right. You see, that's up to us. But you know what's really interesting? When this happens, that $12 billion will be paying out in commissions more than the #1 company is earning gross revenue in the world today. So if we just hit half of our goal, we're still #1.
Wow.
Just half of our goal, Scott. You know, you think with Mr. Nolan at the helm, we're going to miss it? No way. No way. Now, how are we going to work the plan? Everybody knows you got a plan. Okay, well, now how do we work that plan? Well, #1, taste. Hopefully everybody here has tasted the coffee. That was my issue. I'm going to be straight up with you because I'm a coffee snob. I order my beans from Italy every month for years. I was on an auto order, believe it or not. Okay? And I'm just going to tell you, I told my wife when we were in that lake house, I said, oh, this is not going to be good. I'm not going to like it. You know? I knew I wasn't going to like it. He made it side by side. I was amazed. I said, I cannot believe there's no bitterness, no burnt flavor. What's the #1 word y'all hear when people taste our coffee? Smooth. Smooth. No bitterness, no burn. We don't burn our beans. We have a proprietary roasting method. So we're going to win on taste. We're going to win on price. We're not $4 a cup. We're 60 cents a cup. Right? 60 cents a cup for a healthy cup of coffee. And also, we put health in it. We already talked about the Ganoderma, the king of the herbs. Right? Studied for hundreds of years. I mean, used for thousands of years. Y'all that were at the launch lab, y'all heard about the cavemen in their pouches. The ones that were frozen had it in their pouches. That was crazy. Yes. Right? So we know they've been eating it. And then we pay you. In my last company, Lauren, if I bought something, I didn't earn a dime. Everybody above me earned. Okay? And in my last company, if I didn't buy something every 28 days, I couldn't get paid. I was forced to be on an auto order. I had to spend $200 a month before shipping and taxes if I wanted to max out my checks. Right? It was $245, $247 every month. Whether I needed it, wanted it, or liked it, I had to buy it. Okay? Now, us. You buy something, you get paid 2 ways. You get a check, plus you get a product credit towards your next purchase. But you get a hard check. Plus, people can join for $49 and never buy nothing. And then they refer a Susie Q, or they refer Ray, or anybody else, right? And they start buying. They've paid $49 and referred 1 person. They start getting paid. Y'all know I got an example of that, right? Mm-hmm. I got an example of that. I got a guy on my team, he referred 1 person. One. Now, my last company, if I'd referred one person, I wouldn't get paid. You had to have two, okay? But he referred one person. That one person referred one person. That person has referred a couple people, but nobody's done anything except for one of them, named Ann Giles, okay, who was the first person, affiliate, to be at SBA 4. That guy that has referred one person, bought product one time, makes about $2,200 to $2,500 every paycheck.
Wow.
One person. Y'all think that can happen? Oh yes. Oh yeah. We got other examples of that as well. Okay? But that was profound because it's not even on his first tier. All right, so that should give everybody some hope. All right. Now, I'm going to talk about 2 of the ways we get paid. We get paid 6 different ways. Very easy to understand our commission plans. I'm just going to share 2 of them with you for time's sake. The first is retail. All right. The backbone of our company is retail. The last company I was with, we retail product. We didn't even know what we were doing, but we retailed it, and we were always having to order, right? And so that's why we blew it up, and nobody beat it. So I'm going to ask you a question. Having meetings like this, having Success Saturdays in the area, having meetings all over, throughout you may know people in Kentucky. Do you have to drive to Kentucky? No. We'll take care of them. You might know people in Florida. You got to drive to Florida? No. We'll take care of them. We got people in all of these places. You can leverage us. You just have to reach out to them. But can you find 10 customers?
Yes.
Now, these are people that say, I don't want to do the business. I just don't want to do it. All right? I just want to drink your healthy coffee, though. Remember we told you the average coffee drinker drinks 3 to 5 cups of coffee each and every day. So if they drink 3 cups of coffee each and every day, in one of these bags, there's 30 cups of coffee. All right, so one cup a day. So they're going to need 3 of these bags. All right? So here's the deal. You buy that bag for $20 a bag, but you're going to sell it for $35. So on each one of these customers, you're making a $45 profit. Go find 2 people that'll buy 3 bags of coffee each week and just keep coming back to you. I got people that have come into my house every month. Every month. They started coming to my house back when we first started selling it, right? You're making $450 a month with 10 customers, retail profits. You think that's a big deal?
Absolutely.
I'm going to tell you, that's a car payment maybe for some people. It's utility payments, a cell phone payment. That's a big deal. In Kentucky, it's a big deal, okay? What if we could help you find 20 people? $10,800 a year. Rick, is that a big deal? That's a big deal. Now, y'all are doing well, okay, and I know that. But that's still a pretty big deal. You take it, right? 10,800, right? What if over the next 12 months we could help y'all by doing meetings like this, doing tastings? You're sending people to meetings all over the country, all over the world. We can help you find 100 customers, $54,000 a year in retail profit. People just coming to buy from you. You think that'll change somebody's life? How many people do you know that would quit if they were making that? And here's what's really interesting. You know the people that are doing this the best and doing this the fastest and doing this the most? It's our young people. Chelsea Hopkins, y'all have heard about her. 21 years old, I think it is, making about $3,500 to $4,000 a month retail profit. You know, Buddy and Rhonda Wright, selling the heck out of G-Burn, right? Retailing it, making money. All right, so it absolutely works. Now, I'm going to get to the tier system because this is where it really starts getting crazy good. We pay out 6 tiers of commission. Now, when you look at this, you think, okay, well, what happens after the 6th tier? We continue paying you, but it's through another one of our ways we pay you. And that way is actually the biggest way we pay you. All right? But I want to explain this tiered commission. Wherever you sign up, you're tier 0 to yourself. All right? I'm the 3rd person in Success by Health. But I'm tier 0 to myself. Everything I buy, everything my wife buys, everything my kids buy, everything my neighbors, when I send my link out, somebody clicks on it and buys, I get 10%. Okay? Then I have a first tier, tier 1. Okay? Now I've got over 60 people on my tier 1. Every time they buy anything, every time somebody goes to their link and buys, anytime their neighbors buy, I get 10%. So you see we're starting to utilize OPE, other people's efforts to create residual income. So Ray is on my first tier. Okay? Ray's on my first tier. So every time, he's one of my little over 60. Every time he buys, I get 10%. Now, I know this isn't the order that it goes in, but I'm just going to kind of use this as an example. So I'm going to say that Susie is on Ray's first tier. Okay? So Susie, every time you buy something, I get 6%. But you're not the only one on his first tier. And see, all of those 60, some of them have 70 plus people, some of them have 30 plus, some of them have 60 plus. They're all buying product, you see, and I get 6% of all of it, right? But Lauren's on your first tier, right? So Lauren, every time you buy something, I get 4%. She's not the only person on your first tier, is she? You see how this works, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Did I know you before Success by Help? Did I know you before Success by Help? I didn't know anybody in this room, but I knew somebody that knew somebody. You see, and that's the problem. A lot of people say, "Well, I only work with these 6 people, and I got my neighbor I never speak to." You know, so I can't do this. Yeah, you can. One person can make you the kind of money that I talked to you about with that person on my first tier, right? So I'm going to give you just a theoretical example of how this would work. So the whole question is, can I find 10 people that want to drink coffee with me and maybe put it on auto order and do this business to supplement, replace, or create financial freedom? Can we find 10 out of the 4 billion that are out there? Yes. It's all effort, right? It's all effort. If I find 10 and I help them find 10, I'm now earning $700 residually if they're spending $100 per month. Carry that down one step further, 1,000 people, because my 100 are getting 10. It's always just about people finding their 10. Keep going all the way down. People look at that 5th tier and they say, man, that's 100,000 people. Where am I going to find them? You're not. But all you found was 10. And then you went to work helping them find their 10. Okay? And if all these people in this scenario, we don't really talk about the 34,700, but once you get to that, I had 5 times that many people on my last team. Okay? 34,700. That's not too bad every month, residually, is it? But if we do it down to the 5th tier, $234,700 per month of income, residually. Now, some people just kind of went, okay, this is not right. Right? I'm just telling you, that's what happens. People think that way. Well, it can't be. That's no way. Right? But here's what I know. If they just spend $50 a month, it's $117,350 per month. What if it took you 3 years to get there, Ray? What if it took you 5 years to get there? Here's what's crazy. $20 bag of coffee. Buy it, drink it, buy it, throw it in the river. If everybody buys a bag of coffee in that scenario, it's going to be making right up 50 grand a month.
Wow.
Could you live off of that? If you make some adjustments, right? So I'm just telling you, we have people joining our team because our commission plan is so strong. I'm telling you, networkers are looking at us like crazy. All you got to do is send them that Let's Talk Coffee video and they're going to be interested. All right? So I'm not going to go into the other parts of it because I'm kind of running short on time. Tax benefits. Any good tax advisor will tell you if you're part of a home-based business, you're going to save $5,000 to $15,000 a year in taxes every year. Because I can write off things in my home, utilities, things like that, my Wi-Fi, my cell phone, car expenses. I take my wife to dinner. She's on my team. I get to write it off. I go on a vacation. I'm always talking to people. All right, I'm going to write off part of my vacation. I'm not a CPA, but I'm telling you $5,000 to $15,000 each and every year. All right, get with your tax advisor, they can tell you, but we have people that join just because of that. Nobody's going to out-train us, nobody. Mr. Nolan's the most inspirational, educational, and motivational people I've ever met. He can get things out of people that they didn't know that they had. I look around and I've met several people here over time and I see the changes. You've changed, you know that, right? Huh? No, I'm being dead serious. First time I met you, I'm thinking, okay, that's cool. You know, but I'm telling you, has she not changed?
Oh, even in the past 2 weeks.
Yes. So, Anyway, he can get things out. He's going to make sure you get 100% of the correct information. We've got tools that will help you. We've got shirts, caps, banners. We got a USB thumb drive that we had a glitch with on some of them. A few of them didn't work, and we're getting those replaced. But plug it in and let Mr. Nolan do the presentation for you. All right, Mr. Nolan will present to the person an 18-minute presentation. You can sit there and watch it with them and nod your head, and everybody signs up when they watch it. It's just crazy, okay? So, and then, remember the first slide, we talked about the 97% working for the 3%. We know that there's other ways you can get to financial freedom. We understand that. You can get a job. You can inherit some money. You can win the lottery. Like over 50% of the people in Kentucky think they're going to retire and win the lottery. True. They did a poll. Over 50% of people polled said we're going to win the lottery. Well, good luck. Celebrity. Maybe you're going to write a hit song or be discovered like Fabian walking down the streets. I think it was of L.A. Yeah. Back in the 50s. All right. Or you open up a successful business. Would y'all agree McDonald's is a successful business? You never see them close.
Yes.
You see them tear them down and build a new one in the same spot, but they never close. $1.5 million just to use the name. But then you got to build a building, you got to buy supplies, you got to buy equipment, you got to hire employees, got to send everybody to McDonald's University. True. Mm-hmm. So depending on where you open, $3 to $4.5 million just to open up. So if that's not an option for you, then you do what I did and have a mom and pop business like my insurance agency, 5 offices, right? You're going to spend that $250,000. That's nothing. I spent millions over 32 years. Any business owners in the room? Business owners? That $250,000. Have you spent more than $250,000 with your business?
Yep.
So that's a very low number. Here's the problem. Only 1% of the people make a profit. I got this great idea. I got this great cupcake. Everybody tries it. They're going to love it, right? So I'm going to open up this business. I'm going to get it going, and I'm going to hire somebody to run it for me. 1% of them are going to make a profit. The rest of them are going to be sitting there at 3 o'clock in the morning making cupcakes to sell for the rest of their life, tied to that cash register because they're living out of it, right? They now have the ball and chain, all right? So what's your plan? If it's not this, what's your plan? If what you're doing today doesn't get you to, everybody has dreams and goals, right? We all have things that we want to accomplish and things that we want to do. And if what we're doing right now doesn't get us there, then why don't we look at something that has the potential to get you there? If you're coachable and teachable, if you're willing to put your hand in with us, we can help you get there, right? Now, I'm not talking about politics. I'm not here to talk about politics, but that's Donald Trump. He's our president. He is a billionaire. You cannot take it away from him, okay? On the David Letterman show, he said, if I had to do all over again, I would not be in the insurance, I'm thinking insurance. I would not be in the real estate business. He said, I'd find a good network marketing company with a good product, and I'd create hundreds of millions of dollars worth of income and not have near the stress that I've had throughout my life. People laughed at him, and he said, that's why you're out there and I'm up here. True. All right? The next one's Warren Buffett, third wealthiest man on the planet, known as the #1 investor in the world. He owns 3 of these companies. Anybody ever heard of Pampered Chef?
Yes.
He owns it. Says the best investments he ever made. We all know who Bill Gates is, second wealthiest person in the world. He said, if you're not part of a home-based business, you will never experience true financial freedom because your job can be taken away from you at a moment's notice. Right? So we got these guys that have been successful and others. We got these guys that have created billions, living a lifestyle that some of us just dream about. Right? Whether you want to live that lifestyle or not, we certainly don't want to live in our mama's basement. But that's what we do. We go home and talk to, Uncle Joe, or Cousin Eddie from Christmas Vacation, right? When he can't afford his beer and, you're going to do what? Oh, tell me you didn't give them any money. And they steal the dream that they got. But those people haven't accomplished anything. In this industry, it's called OPO, other people's opinions. If you buy another man's opinion, you better look at them real hard because you're going to be living their lifestyle.
Wow.
You buy that opinion, you absolutely are going to be living that. So, whose opinion are you going to buy? You're going to buy the guy that has never accomplished anything, never been successful in anything, and really is not motivated to help you create anything because he realizes that if you go on to be successful, he could have too, but he chose to remain in his mama's basement. Okay? So the choice is yours. I think that's a powerful slide. I don't think we talk about it enough. I'm almost done. $49. That's how you get started. 49 bucks. That gives you an ID number in the form of real estate. It gives you access to products at wholesale price. It gives you the ability to get paid. It gives you access to support. Okay? I'm telling you, this is the best. Where can you start an international business that has a multiple $1,000,000 infrastructure that you didn't do anything except pay $49 to be a part of? That's crazy when you think about it, right? Then you choose a pack. Maybe you want to start with just a starter pack, right? You can just start with a bag of coffee. You don't have to buy anything, right? But maybe if you're going to grow a business, you got to have some product. So maybe you start with a starter pack. Maybe you start with an accelerator pack. And we can show you exactly how to get rid of that accelerator pack. We have people do it in a day. We have people that do it in 2 days. We have people that do it in a week. The people that are focused and go at it can get rid of that thing in a day. We're going to teach you. We've got a script. We're going to teach those that are coachable and teachable how to get rid of their products. So, and we'll talk, afterwards if we have time, maybe we'll talk about that. But then, a super accelerator, the biggest pack you can buy other than our Global Ambassador pack, that's the biggest pack you can buy. And there are reasons to buy this because it opens up all 6 tiers immediately in commission, but you can only buy these packs one time. SBH will not allow you to buy it more than once, all right? But there's product in here that we can help you unload and sell to help grow your team and help you also earn a profit on your investment, all right? Then you got to determine, what type of person am I? Am I somebody who just wants to supplement my income, make a couple $100 a month, drink some good products, take some good nutraceuticals? Or am I somebody that wants to replace my income? I'm so sick and tired of working with these people. How many of y'all know people like that? Oh, yeah. We all know people like that. Man, if I could quit today, I'd do it, but I can't, right? So I'm forced to be around people that I don't really want to be around. Talk to them every day. So maybe you want to replace your income. Give us 6 to 12 months. We'll show you how to do it. We've already got people walking away from their jobs. Already. There you go. Or maybe you're like me and so many others that are looking for true financial freedom, where my grandkids aren't going to have to work. Some of y'all think that's greedy, don't you? There's a book out there that says a wise man leaves an inheritance for his children's children.
That's right.
Right? I'm telling you, we've got things all wrong. We've been sold a bill of goods when it talks about how to create freedom in the land that the free and the brave, right? We've got to realize that there are ways that we can create financial freedom and change people's lives because people are looking. We see them every day. We see them every day in lines of traffic going to work. You think those people enjoy that? No way. No way. All right? So you determine who you are. 4 steps to success. Number 1, just get started. What's the delay? I'm telling you, we got great tasting products. We got products that people are putting in their bodies and getting results. Then be a product of the product. Start off with a pack. Start off with some products. Get it in your body. Get your own testimony. And number 3 is where people always have the fear. It's like we got to build a team, right? Well, I don't know how to build a team. I've never done this before. So what do I need to do? We're going to teach you. We're going to coach you. We're going to have opportunity meetings like this all over. I'm sitting with leadership, SBA 1s and above, before I leave here. So Ray is going to be reaching out to everybody before I leave here. And if somebody that's not an SBA 1, they want to be part of it, come on. We're going to sit somewhere before I leave here tomorrow or Friday morning, right? So if you want to be a part of that meeting, let us know. We're going to tell you exactly what y'all got to do, all right? We're going to teach you how to build a team. Pay attention to training and duplicate. If it's not duplicatable, you hadn't got a business. You got a job. So you got to try to create something else that Mr. Nolan's already done. So guys, I'm done. I just want to close this thing out by just reiterating one thing. Number 1, the timing. If you're looking for something to change your life or the lives of other people, you're not going to find a better opportunity from a timing perspective, okay? Because we are at the ground floor. There are people that are not joining us, and that's okay, all right? And we're okay with that. A year from now, they're going to regret it. It happened with the last company I was with. I already have people that are reaching out to me saying, man, I should have got, yeah, you should have. But that's okay. It's still not too late, right? All right. Here's the 3 questions I want to close with. If you're looking for something different, if not coffee, then what? If not tea, if not hot chocolate, if not nutraceuticals that are crazy good for your body, what's it going to be? What are you going to go find? If not you, then who? If you don't go change, if you keep doing the same things over and over and over again, you're going to get the same results. We've heard that all 1,000 times, right? If you don't go do it for yourself, who's going to do it for you? The third question is this. If not now, then when? See, we always say, you know what, I'll think about it, Susie, I'll get back with you tomorrow. How many of those people ever get back to you? They don't think about it past getting to the car. All right? They never think about it. Tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow in the dictionary says a day in the future. It never gets here. Matter of fact, they'll say next week. Yeah, next week we'll talk. How many of those people ever get to you? Next month, next year. So I'm convinced we next ourselves 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years down the road. I'm about to be 60 years old. Okay? That doesn't register with me. But I'm about to be 60 years old. Okay? How fast does time fly? And I'm telling you, it goes by so quick. Now you're staring retirement in the face, and what are you going to do? Because you haven't planned and you haven't prepared. All right? So I'm just going to tell y'all, don't next yourself. Get back to the person that got you here. Get back to the person that told you about this. Tell them you're ready to go. Tell them what pack you're ready to go with, because it's all wrapped around a decision. We are where we are today in life because of decisions that we've made, good or bad, because of decisions. So if I've made bad decisions. You know, I've made them in my life. I'm just going to tell you, make a decision, jump on board with us, and I promise you this, I will promise you this, and I'm done. We will help. Anybody that wants to create something special with us, I can promise you we stand ready to help. You take 2 steps, I promise you we'll take 4. We'll get you plugged in with the team, and we'll help you create something special. So with that, I'm done. I appreciate y'all's time. I appreciate everybody coming tonight. Sorry it took so long because of the meeting starting late and everything. Hopefully everybody's okay with that, but I hope y'all jump on board with us, and I will hope to see everybody somewhere soon.